Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day so far. Having a good trading day. And yeah, welcome to the stream. All right, so let's take a look at these markets first of all, kind of see what we're dealing with. So I'm looking obviously at a 1 minute crude right now. Let's kind of start maybe from 1 hour to see where we are overall. Just give me a second. I'm just setting things up here. Okay, yeah, so market opened kind of the same spot. We had no gap here at the open. And then we tried to test here this level lower, and then we pushed up. And from here, from that level, we pretty much just pummeled down and are just only now sort of finding a little bit of a support here. I was able to make a little bit of money today. As you guys, let me move my face a little bit. Whoop, not this, sorry about that. Yeah, if I move my face a little bit, as you guys can see, we were able to make a little bit of profit here in this take profit trader account, which means that we are that much closer to getting this account funded. I do also have this Alpha Futures account at 52K. Right now, need another $1,000 to get that account funded. So that would be pretty much the goal for today. See if we can get this Alpha Futures account funded. Okay. And here on Tradeovate, we are at 403 on all 5 daily select evals. Maximum is 600 for the 40% consistency. So we're looking to make another just shy of $200 on each of these accounts. So with that being said, let's sort of go back and see where we can find some trading opportunities. Obviously on crude, I'll be looking to short this market, not so much buy it. However, we've been seeing some support here, so I don't want to short just yet. Would love to see some sort of maybe retest of this level at a nice bear bar, sort of the kind that we're seeing right now. That could be a nice opportunity to short. Right, if we wanted sort of to just prop it, right? So it would be here, risking 490, and then take profit, obviously testing these lows. So it's almost 2-to-1. That's very decent. But as we can see, you know, those bull bars here are pretty strong. They also come consecutive. So I would much rather want to see a test of this level, just like a strong, you know, let me just show you guys quickly. So like a strong test of this level, right? Like a bull move up here. Then sort of a bear bar as a rejection. And then from here we could sell. So like if we imagine here, maybe sell. If we can get 2 contracts and be kind of around 500, that would be even better. And we stand to make a $2,000 here. Since I am at 3,200 here, I know you guys are not able to see it because of my face. I'm actually going to put my camera over here. I don't think you guys need to see this. Oh yeah, it's going to be much better like this. So as you guys can see, I'm at 3,200. So that means I can only make another $1,300 for the $4,500 max sort of daily profit in order to meet 50% consistency for take profit traders. So I'm not even aiming for 2,000. I'm aiming for another $1,000. And sure enough, we are going up to try to test that level. We don't want to be selling just yet because these bars are looking pretty strong. And speaking of which, this one looks even stronger, right? So everybody who kind of front ran this move just got their butt cheeks clapped. And let's take a look at gold, 5 minutes. So I drew this range earlier on today. Here sort of at 2 a.m. in the morning, they tested this level and then rebounded strongly from that. And at that point, I sort of drew this range. I bought this level, sort of made money going up. Unfortunately, I didn't trust that it was gonna go down right away, but I did buy this strong reversal, and I kind of came out sort of in the middle here, so I was able to make some money on that gold trade. But going back to crude, if this crude trade closes like this, or maybe yeah, then maybe we can get into it. We can also go into 1 minute to see that's a really nice 1 minute bar. You know what, we are gonna take it with a $500 stop, and we're gonna do the same thing here. And we're gonna do the same on our so here we're going to go to minis, and we'll do 5 minis short. Oops, is it in? What the hell? That's crazy. We're gonna risk 250, let's say. And we're trying to make 1K, right? And it's gonna be far kind of for us to make 1K on this. But we're going to sort of manage this as we go. Alright, so we are in a little bit of a profit. We had a nice follow-up bar. Let's see if we can test down to these lows. Let's set our buy limit down here in case we get a violent move down. We obviously don't want them to continue going down, so here we're looking good. We're also looking for a nice $200 if we can get it. I don't even know if this would give me $200, but if it gets to that level, we should really consider closing out of that trade. Brought some coffee with me today. I like watching the trading view charts. I feel like you can see more sort of on these. So yeah, we had a violent push up, but it looks like there was not enough buyers to hold that market above those levels, and now we're testing down to potentially, you know, testing the low. At least that's what we're hoping for, right? We have $500 stop in the market, so worst case scenario, we're going to be $500 lighter on this account. But if it works out, we're going to be potentially $1,000 closer to passing this take profit funded account. And if we're able to pass this Alpha Futures account today, then we're going to still continue trading. Maybe we'll trade the funded account if we can pass it today, and they can still give it to us. So on this one, I'm not going to look to add to this trade just because my earnings are sort of capped, but I would love to add on my Alpha Futures trading account. Maybe if we go to 96.35, I would love to add. So let's do that. We have 96.35. Let's set a sell stop of 5. Yeah, it's a little slow, this platform today. See, I don't even know if that order is in the market. Yeah, I actually wrote an email this morning to Alpha Futures, kind of sharing with them what I've been dealing with, and yeah, unfortunately looks like this platform still needs some work, as it definitely doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Okay, here we have a rejection of that level. We're going to hold and see where it can get. We're $60 in profit. Our highest was 270, I think. sure you guys see like a lot of trading influencers, you know, like content creators, talking about taking base hits. So they would just set a stop, you know, for like, if they're risking 500, they would set a stop. Set a take profit for 500, and that would be it. Me, I'm looking to add to my trade. So if I see that it's going my direction, I like to set a stop order to be bigger sort of on my winning trades. People be bigger when I'm winning and smaller when I'm losing, right? So I know that I'm always going to lose 500. But if I win, I may win 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, depending obviously how it goes, right? Like the best possible scenario is when the market just picks a direction. Like for example here, you can add and then it just takes you all the way down, right? So this is the best. When you add and it sort of does this and then comes back, then it can flick you out because you're gonna move your stop as well in order to keep your risk at a certain level, and it's just not gonna be so easy. Just like right now, right? We would have added and now we already are 350 in the negative. And that's because the gold is dropping down. We talked about this inverse correlation yesterday. Yeah, I really think it is a thing. However, at one point this morning, I actually saw that they were going in the same direction, so they were correlated properly. Okay, and that's our stop. Almost, right? Okay, 97.35 is our stop. Definitely a lot of volatility in the crude. Maybe we have some news going on. Okay, we got stopped on this account already. And we got stopped here too. That's fine. So in this account, we're still in the trade. Maybe we should have adjusted our stop to make sure that we have it at the same level for all the accounts. Oh, but it looks like it's going to be any minute now that we're gonna get stopped. We're still going to take a bunch of trades, so it's not over till it is over. But yeah. Okay, we have $143 still in the money. Is that true though? Okay, got stopped out here. Cool, so let's take that order out. And let's see. Oh, wow. It actually jumped our stop. That's unlucky. Yeah, so it looks like it took $500, like $700 instead of 500 that we wanted to risk. Yeah, sometimes it can happen when the market volatility is just bigger. Jumped our stop. Okay, so we see gold testing down this trend line, so there could be another opportunity to perhaps buy gold at this level here. Say on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, there's no buying signals just yet. Yeah, nothing on 5 minute chart. Yeah, and that big rejection on crude, right? Big rejection, big rejection. You could say there was a nice selling pressure here coming down, and then they were able to win this battle sort of at this level and bring the market higher. It's very interesting. So what are we looking for right now on crude? What I would like to see is perhaps a test of this level of 98 and maybe a failure with a bar for us to sell. Or another thing that could be on the cards is sort of buying the test and rejection of this trend line here, which could be the same thing, right? They're gonna push here and then maybe an opportunity for us to sell down still to the same target down here. See, big rejection on gold. That actually could be a nice opportunity. What would be our stop? $1,000, okay, on one contract. So we would have to go 5 micros if we want to risk 500. And what is that? So that's okay. So it's potentially 3 to 1. Yeah, crude is also catching the. Okay, we're going to take 5 micros on this. Just because of this rejection, I think it's worth taking. Now we're gonna take 2 micros on this one, so that's times 5, so that's 10. And we're gonna do buy markets. Okay. And we're gonna take 3 micros here, MGC. Where's my buy? I have to go trade panel. Okay, yeah. See, I'm still kind of trying to figure out this platform. I really don't get it just yet. I clicked, and then I don't even know if I'm in the market. Okay, $480. If I am in the market, indeed, so yeah, this platform is a bit crazy, if you ask me. Okay, so we're going to be watching it now. Positions, yeah. Here's our long on gold. Apologies for any slurps you guys may hear. I'll do my best not to slurp too much. See, we see crude pushing up, even though we had that potential, you know, incentive, or maybe like a tease, right, to sell from this level. But yeah, the reason we didn't even consider it is because of the size of these bars, right? So if you look at the size of these bars compared to these, it's just logically, to me, it didn't look like this is going to be able to overpower this. Okay, I really need to see this kind of bar, and then this one, just like we kind of did when we sold it earlier, right? Like we need to see some good sort of move in the opposite direction. And looks like we're gonna get stopped out on our gold trade. Okay, so if we get stopped out, we're gonna take a minute of a break, just sort of to figure out where we went wrong with these, right? Like, see, I don't want to be jumping into another trade right away, because right now it looks like we're out of sync with the market. It's very important to be able to sort of reset a little bit mentally, you know? Some people like to go somewhere. I just like to tell myself, okay, I'm just gonna watch the market for 2 or 3 bars, like for another 10-15 minutes to see if maybe, you know, maybe I need to change my bias. Like maybe I shouldn't be looking for the trading range anymore, types of trades on gold. So and crude, maybe we're going to be breaking lower. Okay, so now we're stopped out. Let's just make sure that we stopped out everywhere. We are. I just don't see that this daily P&L got I don't know what's going on, honestly. Okay. Let's go back to our 5-minute chart. Okay, so crude is hitting that trend line that we spoke about. We did talk about taking a little bit of a break, right? So I do want to take it at least for the next 2 bars. So if this bar goes through that level, and then the second bar that comes is gonna close as a bear bar, then that's when we're gonna come in. So potentially at 10 a.m. we would be looking to take a trade. So we're taking sort of a 10-minute cool off period. And we're seeing a nice rejection as well on gold. So it looks like we just got stopped out, and then they're pushing. But as soon as the bull bar is drawn, there are sellers that come in. This one is a good one though. Potentially could be a good trade because it overlaps this one, and it goes higher. Let's see, maybe it's really good actually. Okay, if I were to buy it with 1 contract. Okay, we're gonna buy it. I was not expecting this strong of a reaction, and then we're gonna buy it here too. And on this one. Yeah, let's see if we made a good decision with this. So this time we were able to take a little bit of a big, well, twice as big of a trade, right? So because instead of buying 5 micros, we bought 1 mini contract on gold, keeping our risk the same. So this one is a trade with the bigger upside for sure, and the same sort of downside. So it's actually a good one. And if we start breaking over these levels, I want to add 1 more contract. And I want to do the same on all the other ones. What's the price? 520. 520. Buy stop. And then 520. Buy stop. Okay, 2 because I'm lazy. See, again, I don't even know if this order is in the market. Hope it is. So we see the crude is still pushing higher. It's going to be coming up to test that trend line up here. Really strong push, 1, 2, 3. And gold is sort of coming down a little bit as well. And we have 20 seconds till the close of this bar. Ideally, obviously, we would want it to close on its high. But this, if it closes like it is now, it's still a really good entry. Okay, it looks like it is gonna close on its high. So that's really good for us. It's definitely helping our case. Because when you think about it, like any new people that now come into gold, look at this 5-minute chart, they're gonna think like, okay, we're at the bottom of the trading range. We have a nice reversal. Yes, there is a good chance we're going to try to push higher right now. So this sort of makes the bulls hopeful. One thing we don't know, and we can never possibly know, is how strong the bears are and how much capital is there pushing the prices of gold down, and what other participants are thinking. There's a lot of fundamental things that I am, as a day trader, I'm not really considering the fundamentals as much, pretty much not at all. But people who are, they don't really care that we are in a trading range, and they can just push that market lower. But when you think about it, the reason we are in a trading range is because the buyers are finding the price attractive to buy from at these levels, right? And the sellers are not feeling like it should go lower from these levels. So for as long as that continues, we should see higher prices. But as we can see, we're failing right now. One could say that my stop perhaps should be here. But to be honest, if they're going to come down here, then they're likely going to come down over here as well. So I don't even want to risk another $200 to find out. See, this shouldn't have really happened if they were ready to go up. So we're happily going to take our loss on this one, and now we are going to look for more sort of a confirmation before we take more trades. Important thing to remember that even that these are like $500 losses. We lost the first one, we tried again, and now we're losing. We're close to getting stopped out now. Like one trade that sort of goes in our direction is going to pay for all of these trades. So as long as you're managing your drawdown in a sense that you are dividing the allowed drawdown on your prop firm account into chunks that allow you to take these trades, there's really no problem and nothing to worry about with these few losing trades. Like I hear of traders, stopping trading after they had 3 losers or something like that. And it could be a good thing for beginners when you're when you're getting on tilt, for example. Oh, now I'm gonna open 3 contracts on gold, right? And I still have those temptations, right? Like I would go down to 1 minute and try to find like a really small stop where I can squeeze like 3 contracts out of the market. But I'm trying to keep in mind that if we can find one trade that we can add to and it's gonna go our way, then it's going to pay for all these trades that we closed on negative and more. So I'm definitely not too worried about a couple losers. If it's 3, 4, however many losers in a row. Okay, so while this gold is pretty much as good as done already, like we're so close to our stop, we're getting a good structure here on crude. So maybe crude is going to be the one that's going to pay for everything. See, so the importance of sticking to your trading rules. We said we're going to wait till 10. You guys can see it on the screen. But we said we're going to wait till 10 a.m. It's 9:59. Had we waited, we would have potentially saved ourselves $500 in trade. So, and now we have a signal here. But because we are already in a trade, like I can't take this trade. If we get stopped out from this one, and then I'm gonna take that trade. I just don't want to be having two positions open at the same time. Something that I had to work through in the past. I used to have like 5-6 positions open, and then they would all go against you at one time, as the market has a tendency to, and you'd be in a very difficult situation. See, they're going to try to stop us out again, and we are stopped. Oh, and I think they went through our stop again on this one. And they clipped us for 700. Yeah. Oh, they clipped us for 1,000 actually. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely not happy with that. It clipped us for 160 here. Alright, so gold looks like it's breaking higher now. So we're going to watch this. And crude is also not respecting that signal. So then again, it's good that we didn't take that trade on crude. Because had we taken it, we would have been in a big problem. Not in a big trouble, but we would have been in negative already, right? Because we would have been buying at the bottom here. Let's see how the 1 hour candle closed. So we had a very strong close on crude. Wow, look at this. At the beginning of the stream, we talked that we would be looking for shorts, but now it sort of looks like a big sort of bull bar going up. We may need to change our bias in the market. Actually, there is that trend line still, right? But unless it's like a big rejection, like this, looks like this market is gonna go higher, just because this bar overlaps this bar, so it covers. Pretty much it absorbed all this selling pressure, and it's pushing this market higher now. So let's see if we can get into some longs. Yes, I don't really want to short here. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's always hard when the move is already underway. It's always hard to find a nice shorting opportunity which will allow you to cap your risk and keep it small and still have a decent size on. Okay. What if we had our stop above this bar? That's still $10 and it's 14 here. So it's 1.5. How is 1 hour on gold? Yeah, looks like they're respecting this trend line as well. Let's wait till the close of that 5-minute bar. And let's sell with a stop loss above here. So that's going to be 5 micro gold contracts. No, it's got to be 4. We have 1 more minute until this closes, so we're just gonna get ready, but we're not going to do anything. And I'm gonna get rid of all these orders that we had here. Let's make sure we don't have any orders on crude. See, so that bar is not looking good now. It's retracting all the way. So they're advertising potential longs again. Yeah. That's another thing. It's the importance of waiting for the close of the bar. But I still believe that this is not a sell opportunity. We should still be looking for longs. Maybe all the gold is doing right now is giving us an opportunity to sell at a better price. Okay, what about the crude? Maybe we can express our position in crude better. 56 here. This would be our first target probably, so that's 2 to 1. These bars are really strong. Let's see. Limit. I would really like to stay in the micros because then it's going to be easier for me to add to that trade. Okay. We're going to take a long here. 97, 91. We're going to do the same here. We're going to take 3 contracts. 97, 91. No, it's supposed to be buy limit. Okay, we're just gonna buy market. Oh wow, it's much worse than we anticipated. But hey, it looks like the market is agreeing with us, at least was agreeing with us. For a second there. I'm going to take the same long 5 here. Micro crude, yeah. Alright, so we're in the trade. Now, if we were to break from this, I want to buy one more. So I'm already going to set up that buy stop over there. It would be great to see a strong bull bar right now. And we definitely want to see gold continuing to go down. For that inverse correlation, gold down, meaning that crude is likely, like I was gonna say, more likely, or to go up. This correlation is to continue. Inverse correlation. In terms of our target, like ideally, I would love to see at least a measured move of this. So if we take it and we add it on top here, then it should be 99. It's almost $100, which I think is a good target. I don't know how many contracts we're gonna be in when we get there, but for now it's 2. I'm gonna set up an ad here as well. 50. What is it? 50. 98.39. 98.39. We're going to be adding 5. Buy stop. Okay. seeing a little bit of a reversal here, so that's why our crude position is dropping a little bit in value. Okay, hopefully we're not going to get a pullback that's a little bit too deep enough to stop us out. We definitely want to continue the momentum of that strong 1 hour candle that we observed here, right? It's really strong close. We want that momentum to continue, maybe for us to print another bull bar just like this one. Sort of test these highs. That would be really nice to see. We have 190. Oh, by the way, guys, I just got an email this morning from Alpha Futures that they have extended their 50% off promo for another 24 hours. I think it's till midnight tonight, that you guys can take advantage of that. So I think the highlight of that promo is the premium account, the one that I have as well. The premium account that you can get for only like $79, no activation fee. So I think this one is a really good deal if you are looking for another prop account. It's definitely worth looking into. Yeah, and if you guys want to support the stream, on my channel, you'll find a sign up link that you can use. And this way I'm going to get a small commission from your purchase. Yeah, and I appreciate that very much, so thank you. And otherwise, yeah, just make sure to check it out. Use the coupon code so you can get the 50% off. Take advantage of the deal. Okay, so gold is dropping a little bit again. So that was sort of like a fake reversal. This is a good sign for us. I like to see it. Yeah, this bear bar doesn't look too convincing either. As long as we're not gonna get any follow-up from the bears, we should be good. We should be good. We should be good. Honestly, we're looking for a nice move up if we can. We're looking for a move up that's going to pay for all the trades that we closed in negative. And as you see here, the gold is starting to melt too. Okay, so we're back in the positive territory. Let's see if we can see some big bars. Come on, come on, come on. We're not there yet on this account, and we're almost there on this one. Yeah. Any plans for the weekend, guys? Like, what are you up to? Weekends sort of for traders is like some of us don't know what to do with ourselves. Like I, for once, I'm looking forward to Monday again, and sort of unhappy with the fact that Monday we have a shorter trading day, right, as the markets are closing at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central for the Memorial Day, right? So Yeah, we have a shorter trading day on Monday. So we're trying to generate our alpha today. All right, so the gold is melting nicely. Look at this. Actually makes me regret that I didn't get involved with gold instead of crude. Yeah, would have definitely been in profit already. Had we selected gold instead of crude, right? So crude is melting also a little bit now. But let's see. So gold have just broken through a big psychological level of 4,500, right? I think that's why we had this sort of bigger reaction. It's just a thick level. Now I would like to see a nice reaction up on crude too. Currently it's not looking too rosy, not gonna lie. We might be humbled on this trade again as well. And if we do, maybe we should take it as a sign that it's a time to enjoy our Friday and perhaps do something else with our lives rather than sitting in front of the screen. Oh, and the gold is melting lower as well. The feeling of FOMO now looking at this gold chart and knowing that we're negative on crude, right? We were considering both of these assets, either short gold or long crude, and we went for long crude just because of this strength here. But yeah, and it was rangy, right? So I didn't want to think about that range, but look at this. They did go down to this level and they tagged it, man. And our idea was to sell here and put a stop above here. Yeah, it would be nice. 3-1, 3-1, 4-1 almost. Regret. There's nothing we can do about that now, though. We're not going to be chasing that market here at the bottom. We're not going to be selling it at this point. We're going to stay in this crude trade and see if we can make money there. So my stop is at 33. I want to make sure it's the same as on the other account. So that's 30, 39. Okay, we're going to drag it up to 39. 39. And we wanted to get into more contract here at 39 too. So I want to make sure I have that in there. We had a 15-minute bar closed 3 minutes ago. And it closed decent for us. That's a decent close of that 15-minute bar. Went above the high of this one. The previous one. It didn't stay above it, but it went above the high. So now it shows us that there was interest in buying this market. Let's see a nice big bar here to 99.17 maybe. That'd be really good. I'm actually gonna move my target to there. 99.17. Yes. 39. Confirm. And here it's 99.17. And we're going to be in 60, right? 6 contracts, so that's 30 if it's 5 accounts. Yeah, on Tradeovate you have to keep track of this, and you have to do some basic math calculations, because it's like the contract size here, 30. It's considering the amount of the accounts that you have, right? So it's like, the way you can think about it is like you have 30 contracts split among the number of accounts that you have. So if I have 30 accounts and I have 30 contracts, so it's pretty much going to be 30 divided by 5, which is 6. So that therefore my sell limit is going to be 6 here. So currently we're in 3, but when we go over 98.39, we're going to get another 3 contracts added, and then we're going to be hitting that take profit with a 6 contracts on already. At least that's the plan. And gold is rebounding a little bit, and crude is just sitting there right now. How's your trading day going, guys, so far? Have you made some money already? How are you all doing? I had a good beginning, and now we hit those 3 trades on the stream, and we got a little bit of slippage on all of them, and unfortunately we went down in our account profit. But like I said earlier, one trade pays for them all. Like Ed Secoda used to sing in his song. As long as you can make sure that you don't blow up, one good trade will pay for all the bad trades. Bad meaning not bad, but like losing trades. Like very often losing trade is not a bad trade. Like I don't believe any trades that we took today were bad trades. We just the variance was not on our side, and we got stopped out. But those trades were not inherently bad at all. I would have taken those trades again. Actually, this trade is perhaps a little bit more experimental. Like when it comes to like comfort, right? Like I would feel more comfortable selling from this level, just because, you know, it's a trend line, here we're gonna come down. But if I look on 1 hour chart, I just don't feel good about selling this strong bar that's overlapping this. So that's why I'm sort of in 2 minds, and I'm choosing my side, choosing the side that I want to be on to be the bull side rather than the bear. I believe the bulls are more likely to win this fight. Yeah, like I always say, often in trading, there is a good reason to be on both sell side and the buy side. That's why we have trading, right? Two traders who have opposite views on the market. They both have the reasons, and very often they're both valid reasons. Here we could be selling that trend line. You know, there could be fundamental reason as well, like, oh, you know, closer to the peace in the war in Iran, like maybe we should be selling crude therefore. Or maybe somebody believes that, no, it's actually the opposite. The peace is not going to come anytime soon, and I believe we should be going higher. And another trader, just like me, sees a big bar on 1 hour chart and feels like we're more likely to go up than down. So yeah, here we are. So gold is helping us as it's going lower. This is definitely helping our case. It's printing. So gold is printing those like very illiquid candles, right? Like you don't see this candle go down. You just see sort of the shadow of the candle afterwards, which means that it was there, but we just don't see it. So it's very illiquid in that sense. And crude is not able to rally at all. It's now checking the downside again. One good trade pays for them all. Okay, that's not a great bull bar. We could consider jumping out of this trade already, but we have our stop in the market. I would much rather just see that I am wrong by having this market come down and take me out by hitting my stop. Otherwise, I believe my trade still has merit and can still go in our direction. I'm not too fond of closing trades with that, like before they hit my stop. Like I'd rather have my stop hit very often. And my sort of thinking on that is like the moment I put on a trade, I already assume that that money that I'm risking on that trade, and my stop loss, is money that's already gone. That's kind of that approach definitely keeps you stay sane when trading, because we just got stopped out selling this market, and now we are in negative buying this market, right? So when you start thinking about it, it feels like no matter what you do, you're gonna lose. So definitely don't want to succumb to those thoughts. Should always kind of follow and trust in your strategy. Remember sort of all those times when you made money, and just trust your judgment. Have a good reason for a trade. I think you always should have a good reason. Like for example, I would never want to buy at the top of the trading range, right? Or sell at the bottom of the trading range. Is this a trading range? Maybe. I don't know. Could be, right? See, that's the thing. Very often we don't know if we are at the top of the trading range. Like here, we didn't want to sell at the bottom of this range. Now we have some buying here happening. Okay, we have crude testing down again. We're minus 370. Hopefully it doesn't get slipped past our stop loss again on this one. It's funny because when it happens to your take profits, to your limits, then it closes you at a less profit. As you know, and when it goes to your stop, it closes at a more of a loss. So it actually works not in your favor in both cases. All right, so it looks like the crude was a sell after all from that level. Yeah, we're coming at the 1 hour mark. So if we get stopped out from this one, we're going to call it a day with this stream, and probably call it a day with trading altogether for today. We had a good run in the morning, and then sort of yeah, this market just didn't sort of cooperate with us anymore, unfortunately. Okay, so we're about 10 ticks from being stopped out, and 10 ticks, it can happen in a span of 1 second. Let's see what gold is doing. Yeah, this is, again guys, this is not very convincing, this reversal. Like, I'm just not convinced by this at all. I would not want to be buying this. Like this, just as well can be a little bit of move and then a second leg down. Yeah. And crude. Sure, you can make a case that we are in a downtrend on crude. But this move, we're so strong now, and we're trading a lower time frame. But before we go down, I think we can test those higher levels again. So just get an email from Take Profit Trader that they're also extending their sale. So you guys can also grab 50% off accounts with Take Profit Trader. So you could check that out. Okay, it looks like that trade is done. Should have been selling it after all, guys, huh? From that a rejection of that trend line. Instead, we played for a continuation. So, like, definitely one argument for this is that this sort of the sell pattern is like wider than the buy pattern. Like, if you imagine, like, the buy pattern is only like from here to like here, right? Like this is the buy pattern that we're trying to follow, and the sell pattern is sort of like this wide, right? Like this whole, like if we were to draw like a rectangle, like this is sort of the, not this whole thing, wait, why is it doing that? Oh, okay. Yeah, like this is sort of the sell pattern, right? It's this big, and then our buy pattern is just this. So if we again think about it logically, like the sell pattern is much bigger than our buy pattern, our long pattern. And yeah, it looks like we are going to get stop downs. This could be just one innocent blip down, and we're taking out of this market. Yeah, so if that happens, guys, we're gonna take it slow for the rest of the day. Can I maybe go out for a little bit? It's a nice weather. Maybe go, I gotta run some errands today as well, so might as well take care of that. See, so gold is grabbing a little bit of a bid on these levels again. And this could be a fake. This could be a fake out too. You can never know with these markets. Oh. I really wanted to show you guys how it works, with adding to the trades and sort of moving your stop down. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do it today. I don't want to be closing this trade now and reversing, just because this move down is not too strong. Like it may be strong enough to stop us out, and then it may become strong. But currently, right now, with the information that I have at the moment, it doesn't look like a good idea for me to close this buy and open a sell position here. If I were to do that, it's sort of like asking for this market to sort of reverse on me. So we're just gonna hold on, and if we get stopped out, we just get stopped out. And that's going to be any minute now. Yeah, it's just one tick away, and we are taken out. All right, guys, so this is it. I'm not going to be sitting here and, trying to find a trade where there's maybe none available. I'm going to take a few minutes now to sort of reassess and see where we are. And I'll keep you guys posted if I take any more trades today. All right. Thank you so much for jumping in. I hope you had fun. We didn't make any money, and we actually had a streak of losing trades. But hey, this is just part of trading. So just have to be okay with that. All right. It always sucks. It's always frustrating, but we have to be okay with that. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice Memorial Day on Monday. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. Take care.